asking my name, huh? You ready? STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop.
Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with Eli Manning and the New York Giants.
45's a
let's go. 50, plant.
Danny.
It's complete to Golden Tate. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
To Golden Tate. It's a gain of 10. And the Giants first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
That's what I do.
On 1st down, they go option to the right. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st down, New York.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop.
At their 49-yard.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Exit. Joker. Let's go.
Throwing Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line.
1st down, Giants.
A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Eric Berry, the safety, comes flying in for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And the pressure gets to him again. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Mike 40.
Hey, high 7.
Coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Check 45.
Ready?
Now Jones.
I got you. I got you.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
Let's go, boy. Bring it on. 29.
Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Here we go.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. They find some open field here. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Target.
2nd and 11. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right.
Head up.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He may try and run for this. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. Now they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
We all did.
Here's Jones. Off play action. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Devin White in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here comes Grant on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. First down, Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Open man is Howard, the tight end. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
On first down, Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Hey, Haywood.
45.
2nd and 3.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 7 yards there and a first down.
Let's go. Let's do this.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's our time.
Hey, Charlie.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Defense wins championships, baby. Check 45's the mic. Check 45's the mic.
Hey, we're pretty. Let's go.
Pretty quiet.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jones. He completes it to Tate. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You better bring it. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Tyler, 64. Weak. Ready.
Now Saquon Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Go. Go.
Back to throw. Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
What we got?
Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucks 21. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
At the 12-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Five.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Second and 1. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll run with Penny, trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Well, they went with a fullback dive that time.
And, Brandon, when I was a kid, the fullback carried the ball equally as much as the running back, then known as the halfback. Nowadays, the fullback's job is to block. Put him out in front and let him clear a path.
They still have a couple more chances here from the 1. So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
On the ready.
45 is Mike. 45. I got you.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Daniel Jones, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So on third down, they dialed up the draw play. It worked, got him in the end zone.
As one of our colleagues likes to say, calling the draw, everyone wants to yell all the time when the draw doesn't work, like what kind of play call was that? But it takes a little bit of fortitude to do that, and because you may catch them with the element of surprise and hit it, and in this case, they hit it for pay dirt.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Looking for Shepard deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Hey, check Mike 40.
Now Jones on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tate. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Down. 50. Plant.
Mike 5-4. Touchdown, defense. 54. Mike.
Jones now on first and 10. Jones hit and the ball's out. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. From the gun, Winston. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, Winston. He finds his target, it's Evans. And they move this all the way down to the 9. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing, Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Play action now. Winston. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown.
That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown.
O.J. Howard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25 yard.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll roll him out right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Levante David picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Jones off the play fake. Sliding up. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Winston and the Bucks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Winston now from the 50. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Winston. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump-off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice gain. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Wait. 29 is my 29.
Here's Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
29 is the Mike. Mike 20. Got you, punk. Here we go. Mike.
Here's Winston. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
45.
2nd and 14. This is Shepard on the catch. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Jack!
6-6, pull it high. Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jones operating from the gun. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Jones throwing complete here to Tate. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
Got it? 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the run. Get it.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. On 2nd down and 4, Jones. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Winston. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Now Jones, and he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Let him know, let him know.
2nd and long. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll wind up getting 10 back there, as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Hey, come on, now, come on, now. 45, 45 is Mike, 45. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And Tate's got it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
Here we go, set, 70, Indy.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Rosas' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
I see you, boy. I see you.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Jones. Nifty footwork at the 45. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Winston now. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good-sized play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Gay's kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the point, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
He'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be 1 kneel and then handshakes. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Buccaneers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.